Hey guys, it's Brother Brett. Just wanted to come to you tonight, making a video that, to be honest, I kind of hope that we would never have to come before you, but let me just kind of fill you up or fill you out and or fill you in, I guess is the better word, kind of where we are. As you know, we've been following a lot of the news and everything, and this past week, our governor issued a full mask ordinance for our state, and we've kind of talked as our elders. As you know, none of us really kind of like the idea of having to wear a mask, but we've come to the conclusion that we think we need to do what's right. And so what we're going to ask you to do, if you're going to come to church, we're going to ask you to wear a mask. And, you know, we have masks that have been available, and we've been asking, you know, for us to do that. But I know that there are some of you that you really struggle with that, and that's not something that you really want to do. And we're not trying to criticize or anything like that. But what we're going to ask you to do is there's options. First of all, for those who are going to attend in public, we want to obey what the state has asked us to do. And so if you plan to attend worship service, we're going to ask you to wear a mask. And if that's something that you don't feel like that you want to do, or that it's just not easy for you or whatever, we understand that. That's why we have the option to be able to watch the services online, and we certainly encourage you, because even if you choose to stay home during this time, we want you to be a part, just as we've had when this all started. We had a lot of our folks that just didn't feel comfortable being in a crowd, and so they stayed home, and some even now still are doing that, to watch online. And that's certainly an option. This isn't something that we're trying to bring controversy in the congregation. Even within the elders, you know, we'll tell you it's not necessarily anything that we want to do. It's just as a witness, we feel like that we need to do what's reasonable, and this is reasonable for us to do what is mandated and asked of us to do. I know some of you philosophically, that's not who you are, and we ask that you would just respect the decisions. Now, I do want to address this. Mainly what we're concerned with is whenever people are up, moving, and greeting and those things. For instance, if you choose your family to separate and to sit, and once the service is started, if you want to slip the mask down, I mean, that's fine. We're not going to run over and, you know, put you in a chokehold and put your mask over you. But we are asking you to be respectful, that when you're up and you're visiting and you're moving about, that we wear our masks to be able to do that. Our elders are going to lead in that. And obviously, the band is there leading worship. They're not going to be wearing masks. I'm going to be preaching the next 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not going to wear a mask whenever I'm up there, but I am going to wear a mask whenever I come to greet, when we're walking, before, and all of those kinds of things, because we feel like we don't want to be legalistic, but at the same time, we want to adhere to what our government officials are asking us to do. It's reasonable. They're not asking us to denounce Christ or our faith or anything like that. And so it's something, and I know all of the arguments, and you know what? In 6 months, we may look down and say, yeah, you know, it didn't matter. But we're asked to do something, and we want our community and those around us to be able to see that we're being reasonable and we're doing what is being asked of us to do. So I ask you, if you please do that. If you plan to come, plan to wear a mask. We do have a mask, and if you're up and about, we're going to ask you to put one of those on. Once you're seated and you're isolated away from folks, we're not so concerned about that. But we want to stay with kind of the heart of the mandate, and so that we're doing the things that we think are right. Anyway, this is a small thing. Let's not allow the devil any room to come and get us, to really take more of this than this here. All right, I love you, and I drew the straw because all the other elders said, I ain't doing it, you do it. And and so if you have any questions, Neil said to call. No, not really, I'm just kidding. Anyway, you can call any of us if you want to talk, but we've made the decision that we think this is the right thing for us to do. We want our community to see us being obedient to what we're asked to do. Anyway, we're also going to be putting out something on Facebook post and those type of things. We'll probably send it out on a text blast, and we want to get the information out. But anyway, that's where we stand, and just remember, we love you, and we're still going to have a great time together worshiping our Lord. All right, good night.